Hari Om. Welcome you all to another session of Sanskrit Sahitya Ola lecture series, and we are reading Madhyama-vyayoga. Okay, so let me just start with a prayer to Saraswati today. Surasura sevita pada pankaja kare virajat kamaniya pustaka virinchi patni kamala sanasthita Saraswati nrityatu vachime sada. Hari Om. Last time we were reading that Bhimasena and this Ghatotkacha are standing face to face, without knowing that they are related as father and son. Now today we will come to know that how and in what manner slowly and gradually the identification is revealed to Bhimasena. Of course, Ghatotkacha is still unaware, Before that, I just wanted to rectify one of my mistakes which I did last time. In the last lecture, last Sunday, we read the verse number 26. Simhasyaha simhadamshtraha madhunibhanayanaha etc. Bhimasena describing the physical qualities and attributes, some 12 or 14 attributes he has given. And I said by mistake it is Shardula Vikridita Vritta. So one of the students, he pointed out, no, it is not Shardula Vikridita, it is the Sraddhara Vritta. So just make that change if you have taken note of that verse as Shardula Vikridita. Please change it to Sraddhara. You can count the number of letters, the syllables. Shardula Vikridita will have 19 and Sraddhara, the longest one, has 21. And in Madhyama-vyayoga, there is only one Sraddhara, and that is this verse 26. Okay. So with that rectification, I am thankful to the students who are giving so much, thought to this. And this was our own Chinmaya student here attending. And then immediately after the class, he told me, Madam, wo to Sraddhara hai na? Then I also counted, yes, I said it is Sraddhara. So thank you, Alok, for that. And then we saw that Ghatotkacha also described Bhimasena in verse number 27. And after that, he says that Netre mama harati bandhuriva agatoyam. This person who has come here, somehow he is capturing and captivating my eyes. I can't take off my eyes from his form, his physique. And then again, but overlooking him because he is looking for that Madhyama, the Brahmana Putra, and therefore he again calls him, Ho Madhyama, Tvam khalu aham shabdapayami. I am calling you, Ho Madhyama, Tvam khalu aham shabdapayami. And Bhimasena says, Atah khalu aham praptaha. That's why I am here. You are calling, no, Madhyama, Madhyama. That's why I am here. Kim bhavanapi Madhyamaha? Oh, are you also Madhyama? Then he looks here and there. Who else Madhyama is there? I am the only Madhyama. Na tavada paraha. Do you see anybody else here other than me? I am the only Madhyama. And then he goes on explaining how and why he is fit to be called Madhyama. He alone deserves to be called Madhyama. And a good verse, the 28 and 29, both these verses, they justify why Bhimasena could be called a Madhyama. Madhyamoham avadhyanam utsiktanam cha madhyamaha madhyamoham kshitau bhadra bhratrunam api madhyamaha. Madhyamoham avadhyanam. I am the Madhyama of the Avadhya, the people who cannot be killed, who cannot be defeated. So the first three Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhimasena and Arjuna, are invincible. They cannot be defeated or killed by anybody, and therefore Avadhyanam aham Madhyamaha. In these three Pandavas, I am the Madhyama, I am the middle one. Utsiktanam cha Madhyamaha. I am Madhyama also, amongst whom Utsiktanam Shauryodhatanam, who are Uddhata, who are very proud. sort of puffed up and get some arrogance because of their shaurya. Because they are shura, they are brave warriors. The warriors, always have faith in their bahubala, and they won't care the least for others. And therefore, shauryodhatanam nama utsiktanam. Utsikta literally means puffed up. Ut gives you upward direction, right? So, utsiktanam, who are like raised high because of their own power, because of their own bravery. And normally, this is very significant, I should say. We have one of the Subhashitas, I don't remember the entire Subhashita, but avikathanaha shuraha durlabhametat. A shura, a brave person, and not boasting of his bravery, very difficult to find. Very difficult to find. So all the Shura Veeras, they are always boastful, and therefore it is said, Utsiktanam cha Madhyamaha. Those who are very brave and who are proud of their bravery, proud of their shaurya, among them, that is again the first three Pandavas, Aham Madhyamaha, I am the Madhyama. Madhyamoham kshitau Bhadra, O noble one. Now Bhimasena sees some noble traits, some noble characteristics in Ghatotkacha, and therefore he calls him, he addresses him as Bhadra, O noble one. I am Kshitau Madhyamaha. I am Madhyama in Kshiti. Kshiti is Prithvi, Dhara, Vasundhara. Now basically this Kshiti itself is a Madhyama Loka. When you think of Swarga, Prithvi and Patala, these are the three regions, right? When we call of Triloka, when we refer to Triloka, it is Swarga, Prithvi and Patala Loka. So in that Madhyama Loka, that is Kshiti, Aham Madhyamaha. I am the Madhyama. I am the only Madhyama on this entire surface of this earth. Kshitau aham madhyamaha, bhratrunam api madhyamaha. And I am the Madhyama, the middle one of amongst my brothers as well. Bhratrunam api madhyamaha. So four things he has given here. Madhyamaha avadhyanam, the invincible, those who cannot be killed by anybody. Amongst them I am Madhyama. Utsiktanam, shauryodhatanam, amongst the brave first three Pandavas, the warriors, I am the Madhyama. I am the Madhyama in the Kshiti Loka, which itself is a Madhyama Loka. And Bhratrunam aham Madhyamaha. I am the middle one amongst our brothers as well. Ghatotkacha is not worried at all. He is not bothered at all, because he is looking for that Brahmana Putra who is the Madhyama, right? And therefore he doesn't pay any heed to this Bhimasena. And see the remark which he makes, Bhavitavyam. So what? Hoga. आप मध्यम होगे, उससे क्या होता है? I am looking for some other Madhyama. Bhavitavyam. Like a careless, reckless attitude, The true Shura Veera, they don't care for the others with whom they don't have any contact. They are not associated with, they are not linked with, and therefore they don't bother. And therefore Ghatotkacha says, Bhavitavyam. But Bhimasena has not yet completed his introduction as Madhyama. Apicha. In addition, Madhyamaha Panchabhutanam. I am the Madhyama of the Panchamahabhutas. Now Panchamahabhutas are Prithvi, Up, Tej, Vayu and Akasha. Okay. In that, the Vayu and Akasha are adrishyatvat. They are called paroksha. They cannot be seen. Whereas Prithvi, Up and Teja are pratyaksha. But if you take into account the pratyaksha and the paroksha mahabhutas, Vayu comes at the joint. The pratyaksha paroksha bhutayoho madhyastha Vayuhu, and Bhimasenaha Vayuputratvat Madhyamaha. And therefore it is said, Madhyamah Panchabhutanam. I am the Madhyama of the 5 gross great elements. Parthivanam cha Madhyamaha. I am the Madhyama of the kings. Madhyama of the kings, here the kings means the Pandavas, okay? And amongst the Pandavas again, because when the kingdom is ruled by Yudhishthira, all the Pandavas are enjoying the royal glory of it, the regality of it. And therefore all the Pandavas are as if the kings. They are revered, they are respected by the people, by the subjects as the rulers. And therefore Parthivanam cha Madhyamaha. And the Madhyama, the middle one, amongst the Parthivas, the rulers as well. That is the Pandavas. Bhavecha Madhyamaha loke. In this loka, Bhave, those who are born. Bhu Bhava is to become, and Asa Asti is to be. There is a slight difference between these two roots. Asa is Sattayam, with Sattayam, but Bhu is becoming, that which is born, that which is created. So when Kunti produced 3 great warrior sons, I am the Madhyama from that. So I am the Madhyama in the birth from Matuhu Kukshehe. So from the mother's womb, we 3 were born, and I am Madhyama. In different phrases, he is categorically saying how he alone is worth addressing as Madhyama. He should be addressed as Madhyama, none else. And therefore, who you are calling for as Madhyama? When I am standing in front of you, you called and I came here, and still you are looking here and there for some other Madhyama. I am the Madhyama, I have been telling you. Of this I am Madhyama, of that I am Madhyama. Bhavecha Madhyamaha loke sarvakaryeshu Madhyamaha. And I am Madhyama in all the karyas, all the activities. Now the last Madhyama we can take as, like Madhyastha, neutral. I don't take, a peculiar specific side of one particular party. I am Madhyastha. I am Madhyama means I am neutral. I give the weightage to both equally. I don't favor any particular party. When people come to me, I listen to both the parties equally and not judging them with any prejudice or any bias. Now this last sentence, last part of this verse, I feel it is very significant, because here he has come not just to, he has come here as Ghatotkacha called him Madhyama, but then he will be here. This one pada, if you can extract the dhvani, the subjective meanings out of that, the dhvani could be, I am here to listen to you also and to this bereaved family or the harassed family of the Brahmana as well. So this, in a way, indirectly gives some sort of solace, some sort of assurance to the harassed Brahmana family. Okay? And that we come to know immediately by the following verse uttered by Vruddha. And therefore I said, the last quarter, Sarvakaryeshu Madhyamaha, is very, very significant. So long he has been emphasizing why and how he is Madhyama, the middle one. The first 1, 2, 3, if there are 3, he is the second. If there are 4 or 5, again he is second. Or he is in the middle of, neither the first nor the fifth or the fourth, but he is in the middle. Madhyama is middle. But the last one will give you Madhyastha, a neutrality, which, he will give a patient listening, a patient hearing to whosoever approaches him. And that boosts up the morale of the aging this Brahmana, and therefore the Brahmana picks up that point and utters the next verse. Vruddha says, Madhyamastviti these are all Anushtup Chanda. In Madhyama-vyayoga, it's a very simple drama that way. More than 50 verses, but most of them, almost half of it, is in Anushtup Chanda. So very easy to understand and very easy to memorize, recite as well. Madhyamastviti samprokte nunam pandava madhyamaha asman moktum iha yataha darpan mrityo rivothitaha. So he gets that assurance, sarvakaryeshu madhyamaha, and then he immediately reciprocates saying, Madhyamastviti samprokte, when you said you are Madhyama, I can guess, nunam, indeed, you must be Pandava Madhyamaha. You must be the middle of the Pandava, that is Bhimasena. Okay? Nunam Pandava Madhyamaha, I guess, indeed, you are Bhimasena, the Pandava Madhyama. And why have you come here? Asman moktum iha ayataha. You have come here. Iha, here. Ayataha. Ya is to go. But a plus ya is to come. We have seen this, how Sanskrit is a very unique language, and the upasargas add to the meaning sometimes, and sometimes they totally alter the meaning. So gama gacha is to go, but a plus gama is to come. Agamana, nirgamana. Similarly, ya is to go, but a iti arvagarthe. A is hitherward. So you have gone hither. That means you have come here. Okay. So gatyartha karu, to our side. So ayataha, you have come here. Ayataha. For what? Asman moktum, to release us. Moktum, to release us. From what? Darpan mrityoho. Mrityoho darpat asman moktum tvam utthitaha atra ayataha. You as if rose up when he called Madhyama Madhyama. You as if rose and stood up and came here to release us from the what? Darpa of Mrityu. Mrityu, Ghatotkacha is death incarnate. He is personified Kritanta because he is very ferocious looking. He is like Neela Jalada Tanuhu. We have seen this description earlier. He looks like a very dark rain-bearing cloud, so dark in color with the Daustra protruding outside. So the sight of him itself is so very fearful. So he is death personified, and he is so, boastful that nobody can go away from the clutches of my hands. If I catch hold of somebody, hardly anybody will be released from me. So he has that darpa. So he mrityu sakshat, and in addition he has that darpa. How dare you go away from my hands, from my clutch. Okay. So darpan mrityoho iha agataha. So this is utpreksha alankara. And utthitaha could also be in the sense that you were doing something, and that he has already said that I was doing vyayama, and vyayamasya madhye. In the midst of my vyayama, you disturbed me. So you rose up from your vyayama. That is a physical, what you can say, the abhidha artha. But the lakshanika artha would be, you have readied yourself. You have come here, not just rising up from your vyayama, but you became ready to release us from the clutches of this death, who boasts of killing us. Okay? So, darpan mrityoho moktum nirakaratum udyuktaha nama utthitaha mrityoho antakasya darpat garvat asman moktum, as if you have come here. So he really takes it in a very right spirit, and rightly so, because Bhimasena does release them the entire family from the fear of death. And in the meantime, this Madhyama was called some 3-4 times, Uchchaihi Shabdapayami, Uchchaihi Shabdapayami. So that Madhyama really steps in. He has gone, the poor fellow, to drink water and do tarpana for himself. Because he is yet a brahmachari, a batu, he is not yet married. So who will give his jalanjali? Who will give tarpana to him? So it is said that one can do our own shraddha, one can do his own shraddha at Gaya. Gaya is known for the Swa Shraddha, Atma Shraddha. So now this fellow has gone to the water place to drink water as well as to do tarpana. He enters Madhyamaha. Asyam achamya padminyam paralokeshu durlabham atmanaivatmano dattam padmapatro jvalam jalam. So he says here, Asyam Padminyam Achamya. Padmini is a water pond where lotuses bloom. Padmini is a lotus creeper. Okay? Padmini, Kumudini. And Padmini, therefore, metaphorically extended meaning of Padmini is that pond, that water body where the lotuses also are blooming. So, Asyam Padminyam Achamya. Having drunk water, having sipped. Achamana is to sip water. Not drink with a glass, but then sip in your palm. You take the water and sip it, like you do Sandhya Vandana for the Sankalpa. Achamana you do. Sip by sip. So, Asyam Achamya Padminyam Paralokeshu Durlabham Padmapatrojvalam jalam Atmana eva Atmanaha dattam. This is very Ujvalam jalam. See the Anupras also by Bhasa. So Atmanaha jalam dattam. That is the sentence. By me, jala, water was offered to my own self. Atmanaha jalam dattam. Kidrusham jalam dattam padmapatrojvalam, which is as clear, as transparent and as pure as padmapatrojvalam, as Padmapatra. Padmapatra is the lotus leaf. Now, how can the lotus leaf be called Ujjvala? Because nothing sticks to it. Though the Padma, though the Kamala grows in the muddy water, right? Still, the mud doesn't stick to the lotus leaf. So that means it remains clear, it remains aloof, it remains pure, untouched by the mud in which it grows. Not even a drop of water can stay for a long time on Padmapatra. It's a pearly droplet which just trickles down from the lotus leaf, isn't it? And therefore, Padmapatrojvalam is Ujjvala Jala, that is very clear and very pure, Nirmalam Jalam. Very pure, Acham, Swacham Jalam. Okay? And this Jala is Paralokeshu Durlabham. This is very difficult to get in Paraloka. In the other world, I may not get this Jala, and therefore I have offered this Jala, this water, to myself. No, there is nobody else to offer the water for me when I die. I am going to die in a few minutes now. Once he catches hold of me and offers me to his mother will gobble me up. And so who will do my shraddha? Who will do tarpana for me? And therefore, Asyam Padminyam. In this water body, I have found this water, I sipped some water, and I have already offered water to myself, which is as clear, as pure as the lotus leaf, and which is very difficult to be got in the other world. Maybe it is said, in the other world you may get Amrita, but Jala perhaps you will not get, because Jala and Vayu, Abo Hava, this is this worldly. Can we have it in the other world? We don't know. And there is nobody who has come down to us from the other world saying, yes, there is water and there is vayu to breathe in. Nobody has given like aankho dekha hal, And therefore this paralokeshu durlabham, from that I am reminded of a very funny verse. You all must be knowing that. Bhojanante cha kimpeyam jayantah kasya vai sutaha katham vishnu padam proktam takram shakrasya durlabham. In the other world where Indra rules in the Devaloka, he may find Amrita very easily, but Takra, the buttermilk, it's not very difficult. It's not very easy to get, buttermilk in the Swargaloka where the gods stay in Amaravati. And therefore, Takram Shakrasya Durlabham. By the way, it is a Samasya Purti, but the last line, it's a meaningful sentence. Takram Shakrasya Durlabham. Buttermilk is very difficult even for Indra. Indra may get hundreds of other things, but he cannot get Takra. Similarly, this middle person, this Brahmana boy, he thinks that in the other world when I go, I don't know what I will get. I may not get the jala, and therefore I drank that jala here only. Okay? And I offered also that jala to myself because there is none else who can offer tarpana to me when I die. And then he comes on the stage uttering this verse. Then he goes near Ghatotkacha upagamya, going near Ghatotkacha. He stands in front of him and says, Bho Purusha praptosmi. O Purusha, O man, we can't say gentleman. O man, I am here, praptosmi. Now Ghatotkacha is convinced, yes, this is the Madhyama I was looking for. This is the Madhyama I was calling for. Bhavan idanim khalu asi Madhyamaha. Bhavan khalu asi Madhyamaha. Now you have come. I was looking for you. Madhyama itaitaha. Come near me, I will take you. Madhyama itaitaha. This is the time when this is the last time now that the Brahmana will see his son, and therefore as a last resort and a last attempt to save himself and his family, he approaches Bhimasena. Vruddha Bhimasenam upagamya bho madhyama paritrayasva brahmana kulam. My Madhyama son is being taken away by this Kritanta, by this Mrityu personified. O Madhyama, O Pandava Madhyama, Paritrayasva. Please protect whom? Brahmana Kulam, the entire family of the Brahmana. Not only him. If he is saved, my family is having 3 Shrungas, he had uttered earlier, So one Shrunga falls down, collapses, the mountain will collapse. And therefore to save this Brahmana family, you have come. Paritrayasva. Why don't you save us? Why don't you protect us? Bhima says, see, this is again Sarvakaryeshu Madhyamaha. He will listen to everybody. And as a ruler, as a king, it is his duty to protect the praja. And therefore he assures, Na bhetavyam, na bhetavyam. Don't be afraid. I am Mehuna. Okay? Don't be afraid. Madhyamoham abhivadaye. Because he is a Brahmana, see the samskaras for all the Kshatriya kings, whenever they see Brahmana, they have to bow down. Madhyamoham abhivadaye. I am the Madhyama saluting to you. He is so robust, he could have lifted that Brahmana and the entire family in his one arm and hurled them. But these are the samskara, this is our Varanashrama Vyavastha, and therefore the Kshatriyas always pay respect, due respect to the Brahmanas who are wise people, who are learned people. Okay? So there is a brain and here is the Bahubala. So this together, idam Brahma, idam Kshatram. Parashurama, for example, always used to say, as Parashurama Jamadagnya, he is the son of a Brahmana, but he has achieved all the astras and shastras sakshat from Sakshat Shiva. and therefore Brahma and Kshatriya is equal for him. But whenever Brahmana and Kshatriya come in front of each other, it is always the Kshatriya who will salute the Brahmana. Madhyamoham abhivadaye. And see the Ashirvachana. Vayuriva dirghayurbhava. Very significant, is it not? Because we all know, even including the Vriddha, that he is Bhimasena, he is Vayuputra. So Vayuriva dirghayurbhava. Vayu never dies. Dirghayurbhava. So and Vayu is all pervading, wherever, everywhere Vayu goes, and therefore Vayu iva dirghayuh bhava. Anugrihitosmi. Kutaha bhayamaryasya. Where is the fear from, O Brahmana? He doesn't know the entire background, that Brahmana family is crossing from that forest and Ghatotkacha came, and then Ghatotkacha is saying Matuhu Ahara, she has done Upavasa, and for her Parana she wants a Narabali. All that history, geography, Bhimasena is not aware of, and therefore he wants to ask him, Kutaha bhayam aryasya? Because he will give a patient listening to both the parties, right? He will give the equal weightage to Ghatotkacha also when it comes to him, okay? And he will ask and inquire why he is carrying Brahmana, okay? Shruyatam, the Vriddha says, Shruyatam, aham khalu kururajena yudhishthirena adhishthita purve kurujangale yupagrama vastavyaha mathara sagotrascha kalpashakha adhvaryuhu keshavadasaha nama brahmanaha. I am a Brahmana. This is how you had to give parichaya, your introduction. In the olden days, whenever a student also went to his guru, he also always used to introduce him Amuka Gotrotpannaha, Amuka Sharmanaha Putraha, Amuka Varmanaha Putraha, Aham Abhivadaye, like that. So he tells about himself, his own introduction, Aham Keshavadasaha Nama Brahmana. My name is Keshavadasa, I am a Brahmana. I am Kalpashakha Adhvaryuhu. I am an Adhvaryu. By profession, I am a priest. And this is Adhvaryu. Adhvaryu is a typical priest of Yajurveda. Yajurveda is a Veda of Yajush. Yajusham Vedaha, Yajurvedaha. Yajush means whatever is offered as a formula while performing a yajna, from the root yaj. Yajush is from yajna, derived from yajna. It's a sacrificial formula. So Adhvaryu is the one who implements the actual yajna vidhi. We might have discussed this in some time, I don't remember. Let me repeat it for others who are joining newly. We had normally the 4 types of priests in any Shrauta sacrifice, in any Vedic yajna. There is one Hota, Hotrugana. And Hota or Hotrugana, they recite the Rigvedic mantras. They chant the Vedic mantras with the swaras. There is the Adhvaryu Gana. Adhvaryu, and there are some like assistants to help him, Adhvaryu Gana. They belong to the Yajurveda, and they actually do the offering, the Ghritam or Odanam or Charum, whatever is to be offered, or Purodasha, whatever. So actual Yajna Vidhi as such, that is done by Adhvaryu. Then there is Udgatrugana, Udgata, one who Uchchaihi Gayati Kim Richa, Saman. So this is the priest of the Samaveda called Udgata. And then there is a Brahma who is the overall supervisor of all the ritual aspects. He belongs to the Atharva Veda. Now when Keshavadasa introduces him as Adhvaryu, that means he belongs to the Yajurveda. In the Yajurveda, he belongs to the Kalpa. Kalpa is actual performing the Yajna. Kalpa is a ritual aspect. And the Kalpa Sutras, if you go to the Indian knowledge systems and do, like the Kalpa is one of the Vedangas basically. Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotisha. These are the Shadangani. Okay. In that Kalpa is again, for your knowledge, for your information only, this is divided into 3-4 categories. One is the Shrauta Sutra, one is the Griha Sutra, one is the Dharma Sutra, and the fourth is the Shulba Sutra. Sometimes Shulba Sutra forms a part and parcel of Shrauta Sutra. Shrauta Sutra is the Vedic sacrifice, and Shulba is a thread through which it is used as a measuring instrument, like a measuring tape, And with the help of that Shulba, the Chiti, the fire altars were made with so many bricks and all, and there comes the geometry and the Ganita and so many empirical sciences grew out of Kalpa. So that is one aspect, but Kalpa is exactly the one who, the person who is actually involved in the Vedic rituals is called Kalpashakhiya Brahmana. So he is a Kalpashakhiya Brahmana. He actually performs the rituals like Upanayana, like wedding, like some homa, and he will be referring to one Upanayana. And he is being invited there to his mama's place to perform that Upanayana. Okay, so Kalpashakha Adhvaryuhu. His Gotra also he wants to state. Normally, the Gotra is spoken of in the introduction. Which Gotra you belong to, which Nakshatra you are born, or which Gotra you belong to. So, Mathara Sagotraha. Sagotraha Sama. Mathara Sama Gotraha or Mathara Gotraha. Mathara is the name of a Gotra. It could be derived from Matha. Matha is to, Matha Mathati is a verb to stay. Matha Mathati, Nama Vasati, Nivasati, Iti. So, and therefore the word Matha, Shankara Matha, Ahobila Matha, this Matha, that Matha, Brahmaswam Matham. Matha is a place where people stay. We call it Mat or Matt, M-U-T-T or M-A-T-H, M-U-T-H-A-M. Differently we spell it in different regions, but Matha is basically a place to stay. And Mathara is the name of a Gotra. It is, Mathara is the name of Yama as well. And it is stated, Mathati Nivasati Surya Samipe iti Matharaha Nama Yamaha. One who stays near the sun. Yama being the son of sun, S-O-N of S-U-N, son of sun, he is Surya Putra, and therefore he stays near the sun, S-U-N. Okay. Mathara is the name of Yama as well, but it could be like Matha plus Ra as a suffix, and this is the name of a Gotra, like Kaushika Gotra, like Raibhya Gotra. In Swapnavasavadatta, Bhasa refers to Raibhya Sagotraha. Similarly here, Mathara Sagotraha. So that is the Gotra, his profession, his name. Now where does he stay? Yupagrama Vastavyaha. I stay in a village, grama, called Yupa. This is a village which perhaps specialized in carving out or sculpting out the Yupa for the sacrifices, for the yajnas. Maybe because Yupa is a typical sacrificial post, the octagonal post and all. So Yupagrama, which region? This village, very small village, a small hamlet. Which region? Kurujangale. Kurujangala is Kurukshetra. Kurujangala Pradesha. It could be, like Kuravahacha Jangalascha. These are the, what you can say, the people, the population, the demography of the then India. So Kuru is a family name. Puru is a family name. They are all Kauravas, we know, right? From Kuru only they have come down, Kauravas. And Jangalaha, from jungle, jungle is not an English word. Jangala is a Sanskrit word, and that is like, where the trees grow in a thicket. It's a forest region. So Jangala is in the forest region, but Kuru Jangala together means Kurukshetra. In the Mahabharata, various places, Kuru Jangala is referred to as Kurukshetra. And at the end of the Mahabharata war, when Dhritarashtra along with Gandhari and Kunti retires to forest, he takes the permission of the Kuru Jangala. Can I stay with you people now in the forest? And they have tears in their eyes. So that is a description in the Mahabharata. So Kuru Jangala Pradeshe Yupagrama Vastavyaha Mathara Sagotraha Kalpashakha Advaryuhu Keshavadasaha Nama Brahmanaha. But he adds one more adjective to Kuru Jangala. And that makes it very, very significant. He says, Kuru Rajena Yudhishthirena Adhishthita Purve. This Kuru Jangala Pradesha, this Kurukshetra Pradesha is Adhishthita, is ruled out, Pura, Purve. By whom? Kuru Raja Yudhishthira, which was ruled over by the Kaurava king Yudhishthira once upon a time. Now they are in the forest. But once he ruled over the entire Kurukshetra, this region, so this becomes your bounden duty, O Pandava Madhyama, to save me from this trouble, right? Because I have been staying in the Pradesha which is ruled over by your elder brother. So this is called that emotional pressurizing, blackmailing. Of course, Brahmana need not have done that. Bhimasena, as it is, he is magnanimous enough, large-hearted enough to protect anybody, and he has that much power in his bahus that he can protect and fight anybody and protect anybody. But this, for a poor Brahmana, he says, more and more I add to this, that will make an impact, that will make, influence this Bhimasena more. So this is a very significant adjective he has used. Aham khalu Kuru Rajena Yudhishthirena Adhishthita Purve Kuru Jangale Yupagrama Nivasaha Mathara Sagotraha Kalpashakha Advaryuhu Keshavadasaha Nama Brahmanaha. Okay, then what next? Kutaha bhavataha bhayam. Where is the fear? So now he is saying, Tasya mama uttarasyam dishi. Of me, like this, uttarasyam dishi, to the northern direction to my town, Udyamaka Gramavasi Matulaha, there stays my mama, Matulaha, my maternal uncle, in the village called Udyamaka. Udyamaka is the name of a village. Udyamaka Gramavasi Matulaha. Which gotra he belongs to? Kaushika Sagotraha. His gotra is Kaushika Gotra, that is Vishwamitra Gotra, and his name is Yajnabandhuhu. Yajnabandhuhu Nama Asti. Tasya Putrasya Upanayanartham. For the Upanayana, the thread ceremony, for the Maunji Bandhana of his son, that is my mama's son, my cousin. Sakalatraha asmi prasthitaha. Therefore, I have started from my house along with my wife and my children, because ye ghar ka karya hai. My mama's ladka, my mama's son, he is getting upanita, and I am invited there because he is a Kalpashakha Advaryu. Perhaps because of that he has been invited, and therefore I am going there. Okay, Arishtostute Panthaha. Let your marga, let your journey be without any hindrances, without any obstacles, safe journey. As we say, bon voyage. Safe journey. Arishtostute Panthaha. Okay, tatastataha. What happened next? Still he hasn't come out saying, where is the bhaya? Tatastataha. Tataha mam eshahi. And here comes the bhaya. Here comes the bhaya. Tataha mam eshahi, this person, pointing out to Ghatotkacha, sajala jalada gatraha padmapatrayatakshah मृगपति गतिलीलो राक्षस प्रोग्रदंष्ट्रः जगति विगत शंकस्त्वद्विधानां समक्षं ससुत परिजनं भो हन्तु कामोऽभ्युपैति. And there he comes. This is the Malini Vritta, Nanamayaya. This is the Malini Vritta, and he says, this person, Hantu Kamaha Abhyupaiti, he approached us. For what? Hantu Kamaha, to kill us. With a desire to kill us, this person, and kill whom? Sa Suta Parijanam. Along with my sons and Parijana, my Parivar. Parijana is Paritaha Janaha. I am like, surrounded by my wife and other 2 children. So this son is being snatched away, but he has caused threat to the lives of all of us. Sa Suta Parijanam Hantum Udyaktu Hantu Kamaha Ayam Abhyupayiti. And that too, Twadvidhanam Samaksham, in the front of the eyes of people like you. When you are here, again pressurizing, Twadvidhanam Samaksham, in front of your very eyes, under your eyes, he is threatening us, and he is taking my son with him. How is he? Sajala Jalada Gatraha. One whose Gatra, his limbs, avayavas, are like the cloud Jalada. How is the Jalada? Sajala, rain-bearing cloud. Not the Sharadina Varshati Garjati, the white clouds which don't thunder, which don't give rain, because they are white in color. The rainy clouds are dark in color because they are filled with water in it. Therefore, they are called Jimuta. Earlier, Ghatotkacha was described as, Jimuta, Navajimuta Sadrishaha, or something like that. He has been described as a dark cloud because he is dark in color. He is a Rakshasa. Therefore, dark in color, Shamaha. And Shama like what? Megha Shamaha, Ghanas Shamaha, Sajala Jalada. And by saying Sajala Jalada, there is an Anuprasa, beautifully brought out. Sajala Jalada Gatraha, Padma Patrayatakshaha. Even while he is describing the Brahmana, the very death incarnate, he is describing in such beautiful Visheshanas. See? Sajala Jalada Gatraha, Padma Patrayatakshaha, with long eyes like the petals of lotus. Padma Patra Ayatakshaha. Mrigapati Gatililaha, his gait, when he walks, it is as royal a gait like that of the lion. Mrigapati, that is Mrigendra, Simha, Tasya Gatihi, Leelayayaha, Tadrisham Gached, Tadrisham Gatihi Asya iti. Mrigapati Gati Leela. He doesn't have to make effort. A lion, while walking, doesn't have to, like ramp walk or cat walk with deliberate attempts. He has to walk like that. His normal, usual gait is so elegant, so graceful. Like that, this Ghatotkacha walks very gracefully. Rakshasaha, nonetheless, he is Rakshasa. And Progra Daunshtraha, his Daunshtra, his teeth, protruding, coming out of his mouth. Like the Rakshasa category. The Manusha category, the teeth don't come out, they are closed in the mouth cavity. The Rakshasa are shown, in the Amar Chitra Katha or on TV and all that, like the tusk, like the tusk of the elephant. It has been referred to earlier also, like a Kalabha Daunshtra, right? So, Progra Daunshtra, Jagati Vigata Shankaha, and he is like, Vigata Shankaha. He has no fear from anybody. Vigata Shankaha. In this world, he thinks that he is above all and nobody can challenge him. Nirdvandvaha. As if there is no equal to him. See, look at his gait, look at his voice, look at his articulation. How audhatya, how so very, vikathana and boastfully he is talking about himself, as if he doesn't have fear from anybody. Okay? So, vigata shankaha, rakshasaha, progradaunshtraha, padmapatrayatakshah, sajala jaladagatraha, jagati in this world, twadvidhanam samaksham, in front of the very eyes of people like you, sasuta parijanam mam, hantukamaha, ho, abhyupaiti bho. Oh Madhyama Pandava, he is ready to kill us along with my parivara. He is harassing me along with my family. So please, paritrayasva, Brahmana kulam, protect me, protect this family. Evam, Bhimasena says, Evam, anena Brahmana janasya marga vignaha kritaha. By this fellow, by this Purusha Ghatotkacha, still he doesn't know the name and his lineage and all. So he has created marge vignaha kritaha. He has caused an impediment, a hurdle on his way. Bhavatu nigrahishyami tavadenam. Nigrahishyami damayami. Dandayami. I will punish him. I will take control of him. Now you don't worry, I am here. Okay. So he is assuring the Brahmana. Bhavatu nigrahishyami. So this fellow has caused trouble to you in this way. While you are going for the Upanayan and all that, he stopped you midway and he is threatening to kill you. Okay, I am there, I will punish him. And then he addresses Ghatotkacha. Bho Purusha, tishtha tishtha. Where are you going with that Madhyama? Tishtha tishtha. Esha sthitosmi. Very rudely he will say, Esha sthitosmi. Yes, I am here. Tell, speak up, whatever you want to. Esha sthitosmi. Kimartham Brahmana janam aparadhyasi? Why are you harassing the Brahmana? Aparadhyasi is like harassing. Tras dene, ka tras deto es ya Brahmanala, But that also would mean, according to the Dharma Shastras, Brahmano na hantavyaha. Manu, Yajnavalkya, all the Dharma Shastrakaras, even if the Brahmana is Bahudoshopi son, if he is Bahudosha, what you can do is outcast him, dispel him from your kingdom, but don't kill him. Brahmano na hantavya. Expiate him, throw him away from your village, from your territory. Ask him to go out somewhere else, outcast him. But don't kill him. If you do that, you will become aparadha bhak. You will become papa bhak. Do you know that? Why are you harassing this Brahmana and being an aparadhi of causing trouble to the Brahmana? So aparadhyasi, particularly this verb when Bhasa uses, it has both the meanings. Why are you troubling him? Why are you harassing him? And why are you taking papa, incurring sin thereby? This is a subtle Dharma Shastra thing, and as I have been always telling you, Bhasa is the upholder of the Sanatana Dharma, and all the Dharma and the Dharma Shastra, the Shrutis and the Smritis. See his knowledge when he talks about Kalpashakha, Dvaryuhu, the Gotra and this and that. So everything is so perfect, right? So, kimartham brahmana janam aparadhyasi putra nakshatra kiranasya patni kanta prabhasya cha vruddhasya viprachandrasya bhavan rahurivottitaha. You have come up all of a sudden here like a Rahu. Now Rahu normally troubles Chandra. Rahu normally troubles Chandra and eclipses him, right? And therefore the Vipra is likened to Chandra. Vipra Chandrasya katham Rahuriva uttitaha bhavan. Okay? Why have you become like a Rahu for the Chandra in the form of a Brahmana? And once the Brahmana is called Chandra, the other Visheshanas are related to Chandra. How the moon is, enveloped and surrounded by so many stars, nakshatra kirana. Similarly, this Brahmana is nakshatra kirana, nakshatra in the form of his 3 sons, 3 children. Putra nakshatra kiranasya viprachandrasya. Okay? And another Visheshana is Patni Kanta Prabhasya cha. As Chandra will have the glow of Chandra's wife, that is Rohini, Chandra Rohini Vrata. So, like Rohini, this Kanta, his beloved wife, so he is glowing with his Patni. In pure and simple way, you take out the alankaras, the ornamentality from this shloka, then it will simply mean, why are you causing trouble to this Brahmana along with his wife and his children? Okay? But then in a metaphorical manner, in a rupaka, it will be said as Putra nakshatra kiranasya Patni kanta prabhasya cha viprachandrasya katham rahurivothitaha. How all of a sudden you have emerged as a Rahu, causing trouble to the moon in the form of Brahmana, surrounded by his sons, children like nakshatras, and glowing with the glow of his wife like Rohini. Athakim Rahureva. Why like Rahu? I am Rahu only. Don't call me like Rahu. Rahu riva? No eva. I am Rahu. Upamana upameyayoho abhedaha iti rupakam. So I am Rahu. Don't call me like Rahu. I am Rahu. Athakim. I don't deny it. Athakim. Rahu reva. Bhimasena is like awestruck. This fellow is not fearing anybody. He is not afraid of anybody. So uddhata, so boastful, and not, caring for anybody. Like, a newly acquired, somebody has newly acquired the youth and newly acquired all the warfare tactics. How invincible he would be, undefeatable by anybody. Like that, this fellow seems, how can he not pay any attention? And then Bhimasena addresses him like, no, he tells him, you have to leave this Brahmana here. We'll see it next time because it's a very interesting shloka. And then, of course, I wanted to say that Bhimasena comes to know of his Mata Hidimba today, but then we could not complete till that. So let us do the verse number 34 next time. Till then, let Ghatotkacha just have that feeling, I am not like Rahu, I am Rahu. Okay? Tumhara kya bigada hai maine? I am Rahu. What you want to do it. Go ahead and do it. I am not afraid of anybody. So that sort of shaurya, that sort of audhatya. And this coming from a young, youthful, youth is bursting out of his body. Bhimasena is loving that. How he loves it, how he reacts to it, and how he comments on that. Very interesting verses ahead. So, see you next time. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. See you next time. Till then, Hari Om.